Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and so we today are going to work in the Colossal Tome of Concepts. So what I have, if you haven't seen it, is a giant ringed binder, and I'm just putting my ideas into these pages, paper clipped onto regular just writing paper. The reason I've done it this way, not very decorative or fancy, is because I want to be able to take them out and look at them, because sometimes I forget how they're supposed to work or be attached to a page, or sometimes I get different ideas if I can just look at them like they are, like I can attach them different ways, or you know, maybe fold them a different way, or I don't know, whatever. That's just the way I want to do it, but you can of course do it in any way that you prefer. And so I just have all different pockets and things here that I've added, and these were the ones we did last week. So we'll do a couple more. I added these two pockets from Dee Dee Farago. She's done the heart one in her the Colossal Tome of Concepts video for this week. And so this is where I got the idea. I believe she got it from Wendy's Journal Adventures. So I'll link that. And I said I would link it in the last video as well, so I need to remember to do that. But anyway, I changed it up a little bit, and I'll just show you how I changed it. Obviously, you can probably tell how I changed it, because I thought these would be fun at other times too. Maybe I don't always want a heart. So all I did on the flaps, instead of cutting them into a heart, I've just found the center point, and then the center point here on this side as well, and I just cut from one point to the other on both sides, just to so I have something different there if I don't want a heart. But oops, it's upside down. It works the exact same way, so it comes open like this and this. So you can alter the front of these. You don't have to have a heart. You can choose, you know, just play with it and maybe get a different one. So there's that. So those are a couple ideas, and like I said, I'll link Dee Dee's video instead of showing the same pocket again, you know. So close that. I just wanted to get that one in there. There's lots of them that other people have had, but I just haven't had time to, you know, make all the different pockets. So I'm just going to have to make stuff as I can, basically. I'm working on some purple items for Nora. Hi, Nora. So I am working on it, but I did do one of the heart ones for her. And so this is Medieval Mirage paper here, and then it's just on, I just cut it out of purple paper, as you can see. And I added pockets here instead of here on this one. And there's just a few little things, not a whole bunch, because you don't want them to get too thick or you won't be able to close it up. So I just added a tiny bit of thin things, and I didn't stitch around them because, again, that adds bulk. So there's that one, and then I have this pocket, and this is an easy pocket to make too. This is just a book page folded. It's actually two book pages together that are glued together, and then you just fold it over to whatever point you want. It doesn't have to be specific, and it can be any size book page. And then I just stitch here up and across like that after I decorate it. And then you just make a journaling card that fits in that pocket. So it's as simple as that. And let me know, Nora, make sure I'm going in the right direction, because I'm decorating them sort of with Victorian type stuff. So if that's not what you were thinking, then I need to make a tag for that one too. But that's where I have gotten to thus far. So anyways, today what I thought we'd do is I'll make a couple of these, and I'm just going to grab two off the top again. And then I'll probably decorate one, because these two will go into my idea book, because I don't need them to be decorated for that. But the one that I make here will be decorated. So let's start with this one, if I can remember how I did it. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we need two book pages, two whole book pages. And I cut this at, it's like 5.5. Sorry, my nose is just tickle, tickle, tickle all day long. By 5. So 5.5 by 5 is the way I cut that. And I think, or maybe I just, you know what I did? Okay. Never mind, ignore that. I didn't just say that. I'm just going to trim these so that they're kind of even, because the side that gets torn out obviously gets a little beat up. So I'm just going to cut these this way just a little to get the messed up side going, maybe. Okay. So how are you guys doing today? I didn't even ask you that in the flip through journal or flip through video. I get so like engrossed in what I'm doing. And then I'm just taking this piece and folding it in half. And it doesn't matter. These don't have to be a certain size. So if your book isn't this size, just make it using your book pages. So I'm basically using a whole book page, and it's going to go this way. And then I'm taking, that one didn't get trimmed at all. It's going to be one of those days, I have a feeling. So that means I'll probably have to trim this one some more to make it not so. And that's probably where the 5 came in, right? It helps if you fold it right too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 5. We'll just go with cutting it at 5. I'll cut this one at 5 too, so that they're the same. Because you want, that's one thing, you do want them to be the same size. It doesn't matter what the size is, but they need to be the same size. Okay. So now I have one folded in half. It actually goes this way. Isn't it funny how you do these? And I did these at like quite a while ago, and I don't remember how I did it. Okay. So that one's folded the same way. It's just kind of like, you know, backwards, but it doesn't matter. You can both, they can both be folded the same way, and then you can just flip one over. So one of your pages is going to go this way, one of them's this way. You're setting one on top of the other, and then you're just going to fold your flap down. So take the one that's going to go on top and fold the flap down to, you know, sort of almost the center there, but you don't want to do it right into the corner or the fold of the page, because it makes it hard to fold it again. So that's going to get glued down. I'm just going to use my glue stick, which is over here. I moved everything around, and then I get lost. Very easily lost. Which I'm sure you know about me. If you're new to me, I'm very easily lost. Okay, so that one goes like that, and then it folds closed like this. And we're going to put a little thumb notch in the top of this one, because that's going to make another pocket. So just eyeball center kind of thing, which probably wasn't quite center. But then this gets glued on top of this page by just gluing around the edges here. And I hope this is making sense. So we're just going to put glue along the edge and this edge. So I've just taken one book page, folded it in half, cut a notch in one of the pages. The other page I folded to make one of those slanted pockets. Sorry, it was all over the place. I should have looked at that harder when I started. And now I'm just going to glue this down to 1/2 of my other book page. Okay. So that's not a hard thing at all. You just glue that right down. And I've kind of overhung in spots and whatever, and I can trim it. That's not a big deal. And then this flap that we folded that piece down, we're just going to put glue along here and down this side if you don't have the shakiest hands in the world. Okay, and that makes another pocket. So now what I have, because I know it's hard to see with this book page on book page thing, I have a pocket here, and I have a pocket here. And then what I'm going to do is put a notch in this. Then when it gets glued down here and here, you know, 3 sides, 1, 2, 3 sides glued down, you'll have another tuck pocket in there. Okay, so we're just going to notch this. And sort of halfway-ish. Okay, so now when that's glued down, that'll be another pocket. And then you'll have places to write here. So it's sort of along the lines of those big, tall, skinny pockets we've been doing. I just wanted to do a different, you know, like a fatter one, so that it, you know, is just a variation and it's just a little bit bigger. So there's those, and I'll move those out of the way. We'll decorate one of them, but let's do this one first. So let me look at it a second so maybe I don't mess up. And this one I did, okay, there's a mangled heart. All right, so we need 2 more pieces of paper, and this one is just a portion, I think. How did I do that? Oh, I must have folded it in thirds, and I just realized that one's not glued very well down there. Okay, let's glue that down. So I only need 1 sheet for this. And I'm just going to trim it at 5 again, because like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's just whatever size book page you have is what you want to use. Or you can even use just, I mean, you can use copy paper to make the pocket, and then you can decorate it how you want if you don't have book pages. Just a lot of us have too many book pages from doing altered books or whatever, you know. So essentially you're folding this into thirds, which I always stink at, so I should probably use my scoreboard here. Okay, so, you know, it's always some odd weirdo size. So this is 8.5, so 4 1/4 is roughly center. But thirds is, I don't know. Let's just do 1, 2, 3. It's sort of like this sort of thing. 3 and 6 roughly. Which I didn't do that very well. But hopefully I can kind of see where I sort of want to fold. And this one can come over, it needs to come over more because they need to be even. So know how to math, and then you can do a better job than I did. Because I'm just going to cheat and cut this little piece off. Or you can do that too. You can just cheat like me. Because this is the inside, it's not really that big of a deal. Helps if I can cut straight though. Sorry. Okay. That was awful. Alright, so this one's going to have the thumb notch, and then the one that comes over this direction, and it's going to be going the opposite direction, but you could do it the other way too. So it just depends on which direction you want it going on your page, which way you fold in your little flap here. So now I'll have one going each direction. I'm going to glue that little piece down. You could cut it off, but it just kind of helps strengthen that pocket, so I don't mind that it's there. And these are so thin. It's not really that big of a deal. Okay. This one, oh, you know what? I forgot to put the pin in my art glitter glue. It's going to be all messed up. And this one needs a thumb notch. Okay, just a little bit more than that would be good, huh? And we'll glue those down. So you're just going to glue on just two sides of this piece, because you don't need... Yeah, it's funny, I sat and folded a bunch of these pockets so I wouldn't forget how to do them one night. And just in that matter of days, I've already, you know, you already forget how you did it. Isn't that funny? So that just goes to show how much you actually do need like an idea book. Because unless it's something you're doing like daily, I just don't think you're going to remember. Okay, glue on that side, or at least I won't because my brain's done. But and then glue like that. And then I have my pocket here and another pocket here. So these are super simple, and I'm sure somebody's done a pocket like that. I just am showing you what ones I came up with just sitting and folding paper. Okay, so let's decorate one of the big ones. That was kind of fun, and I can do the purple for Nora. So I have another piece of ephemera for her. I'm just making ephemera for her. I am not making a whole journal. She just wanted some purple ephemera, so that's what we're doing. And I don't have a whole lot of purple. It's super funny because that's my favorite color, but I really don't tend to make a whole lot with purple, and I don't see a whole lot of purple digis. I guess I haven't looked a ton lately either. I mean, there could be, but yeah, it's kind of funny how I could use a piece of that. It's messed up, but I can just take a piece of it. And I have this K & Company paper that I've had since I was scrapbooking, and I hoarded it, and then as per everything, when you hoard, it ends up being something that you don't use anymore or whatever. So don't hoard stuff. There's no point. It's ridiculousness. But I mean, I do it. I'm just saying. I don't think these and this go to, this is a different, it appears purple, but then when you put purple next to it, it doesn't look purple anymore. So let's see, what do I want to use on that? See if I have some Medieval Mirage that might work. I don't know if I have a whole lot of her purple out either. She does have the Sweet Serenity, and that does have some purple. But I might just take some of that. That's printed on that manila paper, though, is the only thing I don't like about that. Yeah, it's really weird how I really just don't have a whole lot of purple. Kinda crazy. That's why I started doing the color challenge, because there's so many colors that I really just don't use a whole lot of, and that the color challenge does help. Oh, and lots of you answered me, so I thank you. You guys are awesome, and said you did want to do the color challenge again, so I think we're definitely going to do that. So that'll be fun. I don't know when. Like I said, I've got too many things happening in my family life at the moment. Just surgery things, like I said. So I'm not sure exactly when I'll start it, but I definitely will. It'll probably be later spring kind of thing is what I'm thinking. My husband's surgery is next week, and then my daughter's is the following month, and so those 2 months will be kind of, I don't know yet, you know what I'm saying, I just don't know what all it's going to require of me or my time, so, but that's, their healing is the important thing, so that's what we need to focus on. Okay, so let's see. Put a little dictionary page under there because I did a horrible job of tearing that to match up. I thought I had it at the edge, but I did not. So I just want kind of like a strip of this. So this is basically not how not to do it, right? If I'd have thought about it and everything, I could have done that when I had it opened, you know, before I glued it closed. But because we were showing how to do the envelope, that, or the pocket, that kind of mixed that up. So yeah, if I were to do it on my own and from start to finish, I would probably have opened this flap, traced it so that I knew what size piece of paper I needed. That just would have made it go better. It's not a big deal though. This just is going to add another layer, so this is fine. It's an old dictionary page. Not a really old one, but old-ish one. So we'll tuck this one right up near the edge, and see, it would have been better too to put the piece of paper inside of there first as well. How did I have that? Was it all the way? Oh my gosh, I'm such a dope. Look what I did. I thought it was shorter and that this piece went all the way over there. Ay, ay, ay. I'm doing great today. You guys should probably just turn the video off. Oh, I apologize for being such a mess. Some days, I'm telling you, it is, the struggle is real. Like, too real for words, let me say. And I know I'm not alone when I do stupid stuff like this. It's just aggravating because I'm trying to show you guys how to, you know, do a pocket here, and I'm destroying it. And Nora's probably like, why did I ask her to do this for me? You know. What would you do without a good laugh from me every day? Now I can put this piece on. Telling you. And I got a sticky page to top it off. There, it actually covered it this time. I'm gonna do a bumbling crafter video. I'm stealing that term from Gail, of course. Oh my goodness. Not that it would be the first one I ever did either. Do I like that or no? It's not going to get that. This way? This way would be better, huh? But you're just not going to see. Yeah, that's not great. I need more purple paper. Is this piece any better? This piece might be better. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure that there are digis that people have done that have more purple, but I just don't own any of them. I'm trying to figure out how I want to put it in this way, but tuck it down in there more. Man, I just don't think that's going to work. I'm just never going to get the right. I just need something that's got a little bit more of a plain background to it. That one won't be bad if we can get it it right here. Yeah, it's really weird how I just don't have any of that. I mean, I do have the Medieval Mirage one, like I said, and I did use that on some of those pieces with the roses and that. But there's not a ton of variation in just the background pages. They're mostly the roses. So this is Medieval Mirage too, though. Okay, so we're just gonna do like that. We're just gonna tear this kind of at a slant, just to get rid of this, basically. Did I get it too short now? No, it's gonna have to be torn narrower, more narrow. It's fine if I have to cover up there more. I'm just trying to, if possible, cover up as much of that. Yeah, that'll be pretty. Okay, so we need to ink over there for sure. And I feel like I need to stick a little something in there because that will bug me. Like this type of thing over there, but I don't need all of that. Just need a little piece of it. Get some glue on that. Aye, 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 aye. So yeah, definitely cover them before you make them, unless you just want to have the book page background, which that works. Oh, we need to cut the notch out as well. So let's get this roughly where we want it and mark it so that we can snip out the notch. I really want it like up against there as much as possible. I like to keep this little cover on because then if I'm like, you know, downstairs making things or whatever, that one's quite deep. It's covered, but I don't love it because you can't see through it very well. I mean, you kind of can, but I wish they were just clear instead of frosted like that. I know, complain, complain, complain. Never happy. Just saying. So thanks for sticking with me, whoever's still with me. Telling you. There's so many variables that go into like everything we do that it's like some days you should just punt. Okay, like now, for example, this needs to get in here and in here. So just do it already. But it needs to come over this way more. See, this is why you cover first and and fold and glue later, because that's why that happens. It's like trying to do the inside of the envelopes when they're closed, you know. Okay, let's get this. That done. Okay, I think it's good. And then what do I want to put on there? I don't know what I have. It almost looks like there's another pocket because of the way that is. Let's see. I have this pretty lady. Bet that just totally covers up that iris, doesn't it? She would get covered by a tag. It doesn't work either. Cat's banging into the... I don't know if I have all sorts of different things in here. That would be pretty with it. Even though it's blue, I mean, it looks pretty together. And I know Nora likes blue, so. I need like a butterfly or something. I need one of those butterflies. Yeah, these are all just flowers. I don't really want more flowers because it's already flowers, right? Like a bird or something would be good, but that one's so doinky. Oh, this band would be pretty. I just want to cover that iris. I'm such a dork. We could put make a purple tag out of this. That's graphic 45. Oh my word. Oh, we still need to decorate the inside, huh? Before we decorate it, or we need to put the paper on the inside. Okay, so I'll stop. And I'll look for my other stuff that I have more. Like purples or whatever, but we need to cover the inside as well. I think for this I'm going to use coffee dyed paper. I still have one bit of this I could use. That might be better. That's the same one that I used for inside of the heart pocket. Okay, now that I have stuff strewn everywhere. See, this is what I do. When I'm doing this stuff on my own, I just end up in a wreck, as you can probably imagine. Okay, so this is about, we're going to say 4 by 5, 4 by 5. Yeah, that's going to be about equally. I'm going to do it a little longer because I need to tear off the ends on that. This has to rip weird. It's the only thing about dyed paper that kind of makes me nuts is it becomes very fragile. And so it often tears in weird directions that you weren't wanting it to tear. But it looks really cool, so. Okay. That one's already that way. We need 4, right? And you could make one of these a decorative page if you wanted, if you weren't worried about having, or you could put another pocket on the inside. You know, you could put, if you wanted like a pocket across here or however you wanted, you could do that. I just wanted writing spots on there. I don't know why I keep switching between the vintage, the Distress ink and this Distress oxide. It's probably not great to do that. I just keep leaving them both sitting out. Okay. And I will understand, Nora, if you contact me and say you don't want this one. You don't want the Bumbling Crafter one. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. One of those days. Oopsie. Let me get this open. I cannot see what I'm doing. I think that's right. I do not know. Kind of like does a weird edge on it. That's the only thing I don't like. Like it's almost comes back around a little bit. I just need to snip off these corners. Okay, so let's get that one glued down, and then we'll get that all inked around. Oh, this side's even cooler, but I already cut the notch, so. So yeah, let me know how you guys are doing in your idea books. Are you getting some of it in there, or are you still just watching and trying to decide if you even want to tackle that? You know, that feeling. That's kind of the way it was for me and the Marguerite Miller thing. I watched people do it last year and I really wanted to do it, but I just could not like talk myself into it. And I'm so glad that I decided to do it this year, even though I was debating still and was late to the party. But it's super fun. This is fun too, because I know that this will be awesome when I need ideas. Because there's so many, I know I've done so many pockets that I've only done like for a video or maybe one journal, and then I don't ever do them again. And it's not that you have to do them all the time, but you kind of get making the same ones all the time, I've noticed. So it's fun to have at least a little bit more variety. I've noticed this little book is very hard to glue on because it wobbles a lot, just because of the size of it and the thickness of it. So it's kind of weird. See how it wiggles like that? But I want to use it up because it's been kicking around in my room forever, you know, like this. It's just a stack of pages. And like I said, the topic's not great because it's like a horror book or something, I think. But, yeah, so, I mean, some people like it. It's a good topic. But it was already all mangled, so I couldn't donate it or anything. I don't know how I ended up with that one being so short. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't even know if this thing's working, is it? Okay. So then that will get glued on 3 sides and be stuck down, and then it goes like that. I like it. We just have to make it look like something. What do we got? 40? I really want... She's just too tall. I don't want to cover up that iris right there. What else do I have? We could do a Tim Holtz person, maybe. and find one from the right sort of time period, since I started doing this sort of Victorian deal. I don't know that any of them are going to be better. They're just going to be just as tall, right? I don't think it's going to help to use one of those because they're all just tall, obviously. Some stamped fabric, not coffee. It's a little like pocket watch. That wouldn't be bad. Kind of cute. And then we could take, oh, this is pretty. It would cover up a lot of that though. What are you doing, son? You came to see the kitty? She's laying by the heater down there getting warm. Oh my goodness, she's got so much to say all the time, Theron.
It sounds like crying.
I know. Why is she so sad today? Because you're taking her from her heater. Okay, so let's see. Put her back by her heaters, and now she's happy. Let's do this. It's not really that I want to cover, oopsie, that up. It's just I don't want to cover up the iris is really what's happening. Don't know that I like that either. That's a piece from Marty Mays, I believe. That one, if I cut it down a little bit, might be a really nice, yeah, I like that journaling card for in the back part. Another one of my random bags of who knows what. She'd be cute in there too. I like that better than where I was going before with it. Could do like a stamp type thing. I mean, I don't have to put anything on there too. There's always that. Oh, what that is, you just constantly think you have to decorate everything. A teacup. Well, when I do the color challenge, I need this one for blue, for sure. I think most of this stuff is my porch prints, but some of it is from you know, like these are tailor-made journals. It's a mix. Artie Mays, whatever. I don't like that. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Okay, so let me look at my stamps real quick and see if I have something better. Sorry, I just knocked my phone down. Wow, that's blue. That's just like a copy, ooh, of that one would work well. It's so vibrant. Yeah, I just want a little something over there. I don't want to cover that iris up, so. You just have to pull out everything, right, to figure out what to use. When you're me, anyway. I don't know if I want a piece of this or not. Let's see. And this flower term, sorry, you probably can't even see what I'm talking about. I got it at Hobby Lobby, so that's something that's easily attainable. I did like the little stopwatch, but I just feel like I want something different. Yeah, I like that better. That's what we're doing. Yay. Figured it out. Only took me forever. Okay. I don't need to ink the flowers. I'm just going to use this. And then I wonder if this will, you know, I'm going to use tacky glue because I know something about that art glitter glue and fabric. I don't know. It takes tons. Like you just can't, like the fabric just keeps soaking it up and you can't. It's hard to tell what's the front and back of those, I have to say. Tacky glue just doesn't soak in to it at all, so it seems to work really well. That's why I love the tacky glue. I know it's not for everybody, but it's really one of my favorites. Okay, so this needs to get cut down a little bit so that it'll slide into that back pocket. So after all, I think it turned out pretty good. After all my bumbling. Hopefully Gail will watch my video and see all my bumbling. She stops by every now and again to see what I'm up to. She's so sweet. Love her, love her. Yeah, take a little bit more off there. Maybe if I can get it out of the pocket again. I will stitch a little bit of fabric up at the top and ink around that, and it'll fit nice right in there. Okay, I like her in there. And I need a little something else. These wouldn't, one of these wouldn't be bad. So I'll either put this one in inside, I guess, and her out so you can see her. And then that would glue and something to go in there. I wonder if that extra, I don't know, I put the tab at the top. It could be done the other way, but didn't think of that, so it can't go that way. But I'll just make another card to go in there. So I hope you guys liked that. I hope it wasn't too torturous. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was pretty torturous, but you guys are awesome and so supportive. And I thank you for that, because some days, I'm telling you. All right, well, I hope you liked that, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys, and thank you all so much. New subscribers, old subscribers, or subscribers that have been with me for a while. Love you guys. Bye.